The New Orleans Pelicans have been having the best form of this season, winning games weekend to weekend, only losing a few of their games to formidable oppositions, teams that fought tooth and nail to get a win off the Pelicans. The Pelicans game against the 76ers was a perfect example of what it takes to beat the Pelicans: extra hard work and a whole lot more of hard work. The Pelicans are currently third on the Eastern Conference table, with an amazing 15-9 conference record. All these successes can be only attributed to the phenomenal players that strap and lace up for the Pelicans. The Pelicans are all of a sudden looking like a playoff team, a team to be feared when up against your favorite NBA team. The team which were once underdogs are now favorites every game day. The Pelicans have a team that is able to conquer the NBA, as long as they have their MVP fit. He's sure to humiliate any team that stands in their way. His name is Zion Williamson, and this huge superstar is the reason for all the good that's coming the way of the Pelicans. He has a skill set that's so impressive. He drops jaws every time he's with the ball. His footwork is excellently brilliant. His ball handling is as perfect as the best basketballer you can think of, and his defense is solid, but his offense is amazing. Zion Williamson is able to drop 30-plus points on whoever are the defenders on the opposing side. His ability is extremely exceptional for a man his size, weighing 128 kilograms. Zion so quickly and swiftly to the target, rim maneuvering past defenders with skills like a big magician on display. Zion is a very big athlete with such an amazing ability, and has given a whole lot of players cause to be worried, because trying to guard Zion is like asking for the impossible. Some players have come out openly to suggest that the skilled beast should be chased out of the league and moved to another sport, claiming that Zion is not a basketballer, rather he's a boxer. In the words of the Minnesota Timberwolves superstar, D'Angelo Russell, he's playing football, we're playing basketball. The star was very critical about the Pelicans' #1's physicality after the loss the Timberwolves suffered to the Roaring Pelicans. Zion's strength matched with his pace, and IQ makes him a force that no player in the league wants to deal with. After the game between the Pelicans and the Timberwolves, the exciting game was headlined by Zion Williamson charging his team to a 119-118 triumph, scoring a total of 43 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. He was totally dominant from the start to finish. Although the Timberwolves played exceptionally, there was just no stopping Zion Williamson, and that cost them the game. Talking after the game, Russell was not happy with the treatment Zion gets from the referees. He just ran through my guy and took the ball. He's playing football, we're playing basketball. We can't touch him or guard him. So good for him. That's been the case all season long, with complaints by players, coaches, fans, and haters claiming unfair treatment in favor of Zion Williamson whenever he faces their teams. But then whatever they say holds no water. They're just a bunch of crybabies, whining and wailing because they seem to have figured out the certain truth that Zion is unstoppable, unguardable, unpredictable, and most of all, dominant. However, this phenomenal Zion Williamson, who's excitingly humiliating the NBA, wasn't this way seasons back. Rather, he was kind of the laughingstock of the NBA. He was seen as a potential superstar who had turned to scrap in the NBA. His journey in the NBA has not always been that of just highs. He's had a lot of lows. In fact, Zion's complete dominance and humiliation of teams in the NBA started this very season, hence the shocking success the Pelicans are enjoying this season. Zion's NBA story started off in 2019, when he was the #1 draft pick of the 2019 NBA draft. Zion was the most hyped up rookie since the emergence of LeBron James in the NBA, but then he sadly did not live up to the hype, and rather, he was everything the word disappointing describes: a shadow of himself, a flop when compared to the expectations one had considering his ability. Up to this season, Zion has played a total of 85 games in the space of 3 years, which is slightly above the total number of games in a single NBA season. However, that was his only disappointment, because on the court, Zion was as amazing as advertised to the league. In his rookie season, Zion averaged 22.7 points, 6.3 rebounds, and 3 assists in just 24 games. That was just the issue. Zion showed the NBA a glimpse of what he could do if and only he was fit enough to play more games. The next season came, and he was fit to feature in more games and more points. Zion averaged 27 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 3.7 assists in 64 games. His stats earned him a call to the All-Star game. Off the court, there was terrible news in the case of the man as he battled with weight gain. He grew bigger, fatter, and out of shape. The injuries also followed, and he was then looking nothing like an athlete at the point the big forward was weighing over 360 pounds. That was extra humiliating for a man the New Orleans Pelicans looked at as their own LeBron James. He was poised to keep on improving on his numbers, but the question was, does he even manage to improve when he found it difficult to stay fit? How does he stay fit when he seems not to stay in shape? Questions upon questions. He was young and out of shape. How does he fill the shoes of the man he was said to be excited about getting into the league? What does Zion do? He brushes himself off, takes all the banters linked to his name, and hit it out of the gym. He worked extremely hard, twice as hard, and got the scariest shape the league has seen. Very intimidating, enhancing his strength and his dominating ability, all focused on one goal: winning. And boy did he. Zion is on fire, firing on all cylinders, proving to all the pundits, ex-players, commentators, fans, and most especially his team, the New Orleans Pelicans, that he is worth the hype, up to the task, and well-deserving of the massive contract he signed. Zion signed a 5-year rookie contract worth $193 million, whose value would increase when he signs his Bomber contract extension come next season, valued at $233 million. He just had to prove he was worth every penny of the massive money paid into his account, and boy, he did. Looking far leaner than the outrageous 333 pounds he weighed initially, his fitter and stronger physical shape into the season was the best of an NBA player this season. Zion Williamson, averaging 26 points, 7.3 rebounds, and 3 assists in 25 games. Right now, there are no longer questions about his shape or fitness. Now the only question is, there stopping Zion Williamson? I doubt that. These players in the NBA are not clueless, and they are equally scared of this beast of a man. Mixed with his skills and IQ of the beautiful game, Zion is just unpredictable. He's humiliating the NBA, making a mockery of the League of Stars, and we're loving it. The Pelicans can as well count themselves included in the playoffs, because the beast and MVP contender, Zion Williamson, is surrounded by awesome teammates. 2021 draft picks Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, and Jose Alvarado, topped up with the signing of CJ McCollum, have been a masterclass move by the team. The big three of CJ, Brandon Ingram, and Zion Williamson is the NBA's most explosive offense this season, all physically strong and pacey. If the Pelicans can just manage and keep the boys fit, the starting 5 of the Pelicans will be the most formidable 5 in the NBA this season. Zion Williamson is a sure contender for an MVP this season. He could be the Pelicans' true king by keeping his numbers up and his team winning all the way to the rings. A championship, baby. Are the Pelicans champions? That will be a true coronation. I can't wait to see what Zion Williamson's stats will be come the end of the season. He's in insane, terrifying form that makes you wonder what's going on. How do these players cope? It's like a battle between humans and a raging beast, a force of nature. Zion is truly a man to be feared. On the defense, Zion isn't poor as well, and he can stop all attacks, which is another plus on the team. The defensive record has been good too. It's difficult to score points against the Pelicans, as dangerous as ever before. This Pelicans team is winning when Zion Williamson is playing.